There is a saying, give someone power and you will know who they really are. Well, managing yourself is a lot like managing a team, except we cannot fire ourselves. The way we handle our time, goals, and mistakes along the way, that is our inner boss making. So, what kind of boss are you to you? Let's find out. Here are some questions that will help you to check in with yourself, plus a few my hard-learned lessons along the way. Number 1. Do you have a realistic view of yourself and others? As a kid, I would set up a meeting between Barbie and a teddy bear. The bear would always guard. The Barbie would crush the deadline and they will be done by 5 p.m. But in real life, people and we don't always behave like those obedient toys. When we ignore our personalities, for example, I don't like talking in the morning, thus I try not to have meetings in the morning. When we ignore our energy level, how tired or overwhelmed we are, our current circumstances, what is happening in our personal life, are we moving houses, kids are sick. If we ignore all of that, we're setting up everyone, especially ourselves, up to fail. Number 2, are we giving ourselves enough time? Sure, we know big goals take time, but emotionally, we don't always act like this. We want this big bonus right now, the new job tomorrow, and the big client win yesterday. But when we don't break big goals into small doable steps, we end up feeling like we are always behind. And the pressure that we put on ourselves, it's not helping. Take me, for example. I recently bought vitamins for my hair and nails. I used them for 2 months and didn't see much change. I started to worry and I finally read the label, which said, see results in 6 to 9 months. I was like, wait, what? It helps to check in with someone who has been already through something similar. It gives us the reality check and reminds me that I'm not just making up stories in my head. Because sometimes the goal isn't the problem, it's a timeline that we are trying to force. Number 3, do we plan things as a process? Have you ever had a feeling that time is disappearing? Or do you often feel behind on time? If that resonates, listen to one of my favorite pitfalls, planning processing. Going to store sounds like 15 minutes there, 15 minutes back, and 10 minutes inside. But then comes finding the key, checking the fridge, changing out of pajamas, bringing bags upstairs, putting everything in the fridge. Suddenly the 40 minutes errand becomes a 90-minute errand and a shoulder cramp if I'm not careful. I'm getting better at it though. Number 4, are we honest with ourselves about our work style? Do you procrastinate until the very last second and then put 10 hours work sprint fueled by the coffee? If we are not playing around our real tendencies and not our fantasy about ourselves, we tend to burn out. Number 5, how do we handle mistakes? Let me take you back, little me jumping on a couch like it was an Olympic stadium. And my mom would yell, stop, get out of the couch, you're breaking it. Me, guilty pause, and then right back on the couch. It was not about defiance. I just was bored. And honestly, it's the same with us as adults. When we mess up, we start yelling at ourselves. How could I do this? I'm so stupid, never again. But that blame misses the real problem. Instead, try asking yourself, what actually happened? Was I bored, frustrated, angry? Was I tired? And what would help me next time if I feel like this? Blaming and criticizing ourselves is optional and it's not really that helpful. Next, do you know when to say it is enough? There was time when I pushed myself way too hard, mentally and physically. I ignored the signals until one day my body literally stopped me with a leg injury on a run. That pushing through mentally, it backfires. So when you start zoning out, feeling heavy, losing interest at what you're doing, that is your inner employee saying, boss, I need a break. So what kind of boss are you to yourself? Are you more like a Terminator? No praise, just endless checklist? Or the chaos boss, no plan, just vibes. The zombie boss, keep going even after a total shutdown. Or a decent coach with a lot of empathy and support. I have been through all of those, sometimes within 1 week. But if you are still figuring it out for yourself, I share what helps me navigate life on this channel. Tune in if you're interested.